All right, so this is a timing drill with a box support. So the box support allows me to utilize my leg. In this case, I'll use one leg, but we're gonna go over all the variants here. So a double leg variant and everything. So first thing is I want the box to be at about the height where my chin is over the bar. I can go slightly lower and make it to where when I'm on my tippy toes, the box or the height is such that I can get my chin over the bar. But for the sake of today, this is very convenient. I'm right here. I'll be able to do the drills right here more than likely. All right, so the first variant is going to be using both legs and understanding what the hips and the timing in which the arms pull on these pull-ups, okay? So I'll get my pull-up grip, I'll come down to a hanging position, all right? Then I'm gonna go into an arch because we all know we're coming from an arch position. So a little bit of an arch there. This is the hardest thing to do on the double leg version, is to get that good arch position. All right, now from here, I'm gonna stay low so I'm keeping the load in my shoulders. If I start standing up right here, I've already got issues, right? So staying low, I will come back behind the bar. Arms are still straight, arms are still straight. Once I kind of get about here, where I'm behind the bar, arms are straight, but I'm starting to elevate, I'm going to then thrust my hip and pull in that order, but in a timing that is really good. So then we got butterfly and gymnastics kip. This is a gymnastics kip where we get the chin over the bar, we push off, we come down. Okay, butterfly, if I'm working on that skill, I should already have gymnastics kips, and I'll go arch and pull at the same time and go in as I'm falling into my arch as I'm coming under the bar, right? So there is no push off because I'm already chin over the bar here, falling underneath, chin over bar, fall underneath. Okay, it's important that I know I'm hollow, 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 hollow. This is the butterfly. Chin's about over the bar, arch. Fall underneath, hollow, arch. All right, that is the butterfly, whereas the gymnastics kip is going to be I'm under the bar, hip, pop, pull, push off. Hip, pop, pull. Okay, now we take this variation, we go 1 foot on, 1 foot off. So that first variation is for those that probably don't have pull-ups at all, right? And they just need to do what we're calling this is like neuromuscular patterning. So it's not particularly difficult for the muscles. It's just getting the timing, kind of getting the neuromuscular motor unit firing sequence in order, all right? But here's phase 2, we go 1 foot on, 1 foot off. And generally in training, you want to try to keep this even. So if I do it this way, I might turn around and do it this way. So I'm keeping it relatively even. But again, the goal is not necessarily to add more load, but it is going to do that. So we want to make sure that progression number 1, both feet on the box, that's for people who don't have pull-ups at all. We have some pull-ups. Now we need to get better at them. We're going to go 1 foot on, 1 foot off. All right, toe pointed, right? Leg extended, getting long there. Come down to my hang position, all right? Go into my arch, and then come back to my hollow. Gymnastics kip is about here. Throw the hip and pull. Come back. All right, what you'll notice is that I'm actually being intentional about how much power I'm using here, right? So I've got a good connection between my grip and the bar, so all my weight is as much in my shoulders as possible. Once I get here and I'm hollow, I'm gonna throw an arch and a hip extension, pull, keeping myself here for just a second, come back underneath. But this sequence right here where I go up is not necessarily slow. However, if an athlete is really struggling to understand this, then by all means have them move very, very slow to understand the sequence until they feel comfortable and they are able to provide power into it, like so, okay? So that's the gymnastics one with 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Next we go butterfly, 1 foot on, 1 foot off. And there's really no difference, right? It's all the same as that first drill with double legs, but now only have one leg, chin over bar. Okay, one thing you'll want to pay attention to is what I'm doing with this free leg. I'm trying not to train myself to do an excessive bend, right? And you'll see a lot of athletes do that. And all that really does is it shortens the hamstring, which is actually less tension. I know that sounds counterintuitive because of the way we use the word tension a lot, but the actual definition of tension would be putting a stretch on both sides, and that forms tension, all right? So what we need to actually do is always keep that toe pointed and leg long. So even when I go into my arch, while there might be some bending going on, it's it. I've got so much tension that it's not actually coiling up, right? If it's coiling up, it's actually ruining the tension that we're trying to create, right? So you can feel this is loose. This isn't tight like this is, right? So make sure that you guys are watching those feet. That's a sound fundamental to work on in the arch to hollow and as you build up, all right? So again, we've got a gymnastics kip style here. Wait till I'm here, big hips to try to help pull me over that bar. Push off, big hips. Okay? So it's all kind of in the hip and making sure there's tension between me and the bar. Butterfly kip. Gonna get higher now before I bend. Pull myself through. Fall under the bar. Okay? Again, an athlete can start really slow on these progressions, and then as they get comfort and strength, they can then build their power and speed. But the whole point of these is not to get stronger. It's not necessarily to get faster, but it is to get very neuromuscularly connected, right? So we're learning a skill neuromuscularly speaking, so it's a little more subconscious of a pattern when we go full load and we're doing the full effect here, right? So that's the whole idea, is just to get more neuromuscularly connected, improve those skills. That's the box support, butterfly, and gymnastic kipping timing drills.